Warwickshire Bear Ultra Training, week 8. So, no, you aren't going mad. You did hear me right. I did say week 8. The past 3 weeks of the vlog have been dreadful. Obviously there was a week where my hay fever and seasonal asthma was dreadful, and then the 2 weeks following that have been even worse, partly because of the knock-on of that and partly just feeling so lethargic. Let's take a look at the very minimal footage that I actually got from the past 2 weeks, and then I'll explain what's actually gone on with the past 2 weeks. Just had a first on this run as well. Something that's never happened to me on a run before. Had a dog jump up and nip me on the side. Deliberately using the word nip. Can't call it a bite. It wasn't really a vicious thing. It was simply, I was running past the dog, and whenever I go past dogs I always slow down, make it clear I'm there, you know, knowing how dogs can be, having got one myself. And for some reason this one managed to just pull ever so slightly away from its owner and yeah, jump up, nip me on the side here. Shocked me and stung a bit, so I did slow to a walk and then got going again. And I know it's there, obviously check when I'm home, but it's not bleeding, so it is what it is. Don't know, maybe some people wouldn't view it like that, but it's a dog, for crying out loud, and it's not hurt me as such, so let it be. Just odd more than anything. Ran past so many dogs over the years. Whew. Got to slow it down a bit of an incline, forgetting not quite there yet. Yeah, run past so many dogs over the years, never had anything like that, so for this to be the first, hopefully it'll be the last obviously, but one of them. So week 6, as you can see, I got out for that run the day after I was starting to feel better from my hay fever and seasonal asthma, and thought I'd cracked it, thought it was fine, thought great, that's the only hit that this training block's going to take. How wrong I was, because the rest of that week after that one, I won't say that I didn't get out because I think the run didn't do me good, because it really did. I think I just definitely should have waited maybe another day and allowed myself that little bit more time to really get back into it. But it was what it was. It was an odd week. I was never going to hit the target that week, but I obviously would have liked more miles out of it than what I got. And then last week just seemed to be one of those weeks that really got away from me, and because I'd lost the consistency from the previous few weeks, I started to fall into a slump, a run slump, where it was taking a lot more mental effort to even consider getting out the door. And not because I don't enjoy my running, because when I'm out I love doing it, and I usually love the idea of getting out for a run, but I think I'd almost got into my own mind again, which is a dangerous place to be. And so last week I only got out for one run, which was a very short run, and that was that. So 6 and 7, well, and 5 complete write-offs. So that was pretty much the 3-week build block gone. So obviously last week I knew I needed to rejig things, reevaluate the training block and get it to a point where I stand a better chance of succeeding with this block. So that's what I've done. I've edited it, and one thing that I have done is removed the routine in the 3-week building block where it's the same mileage each week that I talked about at the beginning. I just feel like I can't afford to be doing that now because of a 3-week sacrifice. So I've changed it so it's back to more of a normal training block where the mileage increases every week, apart from recovery weeks, in steady increments. I'm also keeping a track of the missed miles within the block now, so that when it gets to the end of the block and Warwickshire Ultra is done, I can reevaluate and see just how much I feel they've cost me. I am hoping obviously that as we're still only at week 8, that I can recuperate quite a lot of the issues from what went wrong in the past few weeks. Not saying I'll necessarily be able to make up the mileage, because I feel that would actually be detrimental to try and cram the amount of extra mileage in, because when I looked last week when I did it, it's already at something like 90 miles lost. Now obviously if I can claw some of those back, that would be great, but I also don't want to set myself a target of, well, got to get 50% of those miles back, because again, it is just not realistic and would inevitably be detrimental for more chance of injury, etc. So I'm parking those. They are what they are. It's happened. We move forward. Saturday this week I have an event booked in, which is the Birmingham Black Country Half Marathon, which I've done once before and I did enjoy doing, hence doing it again. So there's 13.1 miles in the bank already. Well, not in the bank already, I haven't run it, but on the cards. Leaving obviously 17 miles to hit the minimum for the week. And given that I am at about 3.5 on this first run already, I feel that 17 should be able to be chipped away at quite nicely. Now, going to be sensible and walk slightly because heart rate is, yep, jumping higher than I want it to. Haven't helped myself with this one in that I decided I wanted to eat before I got out tonight, and I've ate too close to running. I could feel it sitting on me, and I always find that if I eat too close to running, it does impact on my heart rate. Never looked into the science behind that, but I'd imagine obviously it has very much to do with body's already working, trying to digest the food, then add in working to get the oxygen around it, blood to the muscles for the run. I'm just asking a lot of it really, aren't I suppose. So yeah, that was a silly one on my part, but it is what it is. I'm out now and I don't feel too bad for it. I did at the beginning. That first mile felt horrible. It's a lot of ums in this. Hopefully I did a lot of those out. But yeah, so we're getting there. Now, at the end of this run, I'm actually going to pick up a bike, as in a push bike. I've wanted one for a while and managed to source one that looks in decent condition, well kept by its owner, for a decent price. So we will see how that goes, because I don't know, I can use it obviously for a bit of cross training, and I might use it to start commuting to and from work. Whilst I only live about half a mile from work and I walk it and it only takes me 10 minutes, I think if I start using the bike to take the kids to school and then get straight to work, I'll be there even quicker. Which from September we're starting work earlier, so I think it can only benefit really if I give it a go at least, but we will see. Right, that is run number 1 of the week done, and I have to be honest, I can't lie and say it was easy, because it really wasn't. At times it was quite tough. However, having said that, whilst it wasn't easy, it flowed a lot better than I expected it to, and after the initial couple of miles it felt really good, and I've actually managed to bag 8 miles, which I am really chuffed with that, and taking that as a massive positive towards what I said about judging where the block's at now, given the last 3 weeks and just how much damage the last 3 weeks has done. Now, not naive enough to think that this run alone and it having gone well and got a decent mileage in is enough to indicate that the last 3 weeks haven't hit me too badly. I know that the rest of the week's still going to tell me that, but got to take the positives, and I've said that before, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? You're not going to get anywhere in a training block if you're not taking the positives, if you're just focusing on the negatives. So yeah, definitely a big W today, big W. Thursday, run number 2 of the week. Let's do this. Saw an update today for the Birmingham Black Country Half Marathon, which is happening on Saturday. Effectively, part of the towpath on the canal is closed at the moment, because from what it said, it's deemed dangerous. I think it said it was something to do with the bridges surrounding it or something like that. I'll be honest, I didn't pay too much attention to the reasons, just what it means for the race. It means very little actually. The organisers have said it just means that there will be a minor diversion where we will go onto part of the old route for the race, which I don't think that route was being run when I ran it 2 years ago, so I don't know how long ago this one was run. But effectively someone had commented saying, you know, well, how does this affect the mileage? And by the sounds of it, if anything, it will, as most diversions do, just add a little bit more onto the run, which I'm absolutely fine with. And I think most people realistically, as long as it's not a massive amount, which it shouldn't be, should be happy with that. Always better to be coming in over on an event than under, in my experience anyway. Friday, run number 3 of the week, and it is early morning. It's about 6:10 in the morning, so not massively early. However, I haven't managed to get out on an early morning run in this block yet, so straight away, big win this morning. However, as you can very clearly see, I am not used to being up this early, even though I'm trying to be. I've been trying to build in getting up early to go out for a run in the morning for a while and not succeeding. However, got out the front door just and realised I forgot my glasses. So this is not going to be a massively long run, not that it ever was. But will definitely be shorter because I forgot my glasses, so I'm feeling the effects of not wearing them already. And slightly less important, I forgot my phone as well. I was so conscious of getting out and not waking anyone up that I forgot to take it off charge. Oh well. So probably only be about 3 miles this morning, but I'll have got out and done an early morning run. So, definite win. Cool. Saturday, run number 4 of the week. Out on the Birmingham Black Country half marathon. Just under a mile in at the moment. Trying to ease into it. Start off in waves on this one, and I actually think starting off in waves makes me quicker than starting off mass, probably due to there being slightly less people, but also because there's less people you become a lot more conscious of the pace you're running at comparatively, I suppose. But yeah, should be a good one if it was anything like 2 years ago. Morning, Marshall. Thank you very much. Yeah, good, thank you.